So it's -1 out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, not a cloud in the sky. Well, maybe one or two. A couple of geese. But if you look, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I've been working with the motorhome yesterday. I was having trouble. Just hang on, I gotta put the camera down to pull the step out on the motorhome. I have to pressure wash it. It's sticking. And I finally got the pump working. It was frozen. So I had the furnace on for a short time, and water started flowing for the main sink. So the other lines weren't working, so I left it on all night. Sitting at about, my eyes are blurry today. So I have a pair of my really thick glasses I use when I carve. I keep a pair in here. 15 degrees? Somewhere in that range. Is that what that says? I think so. There. Yeah, around 15. So I left the furnace on all night, because the only water that was flowing from the tank was the sink here. So I ran it till I got, and oh, got to turn the pump on. You can see it's kind of pinkish. Well, maybe not because of the lighting in here, but shows a slight pinkish tinge. That's because it's the antifreeze. So I ran enough out of the water here that this line is purged of water. The trap will now have antifreeze in it. Next will be porta potty, and in this case I'm gonna have to unfortunately put the camera behind it because I know there's a leak, and I couldn't find it with the water, but maybe I can find it with the maybe I can find it videotaping when I have the water on, so you guys get the view of what's going on back here. Maybe I can find where it's leaking from. The pump's trying to run. Not quite yet. So it's just trickling right now. But as the antifreeze starts working its way through, the pump's starting to pick up speed. There we go. We got and I don't know if there was water in the shower head or not. So I'll run it anyway because there's also the trap there. Oh, even though the pump can't maintain a good flow. Yeah, that's water. So gotta run that until we get some pink out of it. Starting to come now. Okay, I'll have to get a squeegee and get that into the drain because we're not sitting perfectly level here. So that worked all the way through there. And the last one is, might as well turn the light off for now. Last one will be this one. It's clear. Now it's starting to blow pink. Run a little bit, make sure it's getting through the system. Here we go. Water lines are purged of water. I got lucky, and there's still an inch and a half, I think. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that, but there's likely about an inch and a half in there, which is enough. Plus the water that went down the drain for the two sinks and the shower will put water in the gray water tank, which had a little bit of water in it, but not really that much. Because we emptied it when we last used the camper. The black water waste tank was also emptied. Didn't have much in it. You have to have a little bit of water in it to prevent gassing. So I had put a little bit of water in there, but I've run enough antifreeze in there now that it's going to be okay. What I should do, but I'm going to wait till next spring, is we got some leaves and crap in the vents, in the screens of the vents. I'm going to have to take those down and clean them, but likely going to get more in it while it's stored. So I can put the bench seat back together. Hopefully I didn't turn anything off here. I didn't. I just hit a button. Not sure which one. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, the battery is going to read all three lights because we're running on land power. That's the main water tank, showing empty because I'm just below the sensor. That's the tank number 1, the waste tank. And there's the waste tank number 2. Number 1, tank 1 is the gray water. Holding tank 2 is the black water. So that's the system monitor in here. And you may have heard the fan kick off. That's because I had the furnace on here. And get it to kick on again. And just heard the click on that, and there she goes. And it's beautiful in here. I actually thought of sleeping out here last night. but I didn't. Sun's going down. It's a little after 5 o'clock. Just finished watching the end of the NASCAR race. I don't want Jimmie Johnson to win the championship. I don't know why. It's like it's staring at the dark abyss here or something. Okay, so let's turn the thermostat off. And I can turn the gas off, which, because we're storing it, I'll turn the gas off at the furnace, which is right here. So right now it's got heat, and it, even though it's turned off at the thermostat and the gas is turned off, it'll continue to blow until the temperature sensor reads that it's cool. All the dials on the stove and the oven are off. You can put this back together. Yeah, I was watching, watched the slow SRT video. Man, is it dark in here? Because everything's turned off and the sun's going down and the blinds are closed. Anyway, I was watching the slow SRT video with Project Wrong Side. Man, that sucks that you know, that incompetent guy came and did the seam sealing for you and screwed up your whole truck. So now you have to start over. I hope you didn't pay him for that. Yeah, that I know what Jeff's talking about there. Jeff from Photo Finish, or from Jim's Freddy's, I mean. That really sucks when you go to help somebody and offer your services and it doesn't turn out right. I've had that happen, and you know, they feel bad about it too when that happens. I'm sure when you said that you didn't even stop in their town there, whatever it's called, drove to Portland, you know, maybe their town's called Dodge and you were just getting out of there. So I got some winterizing stuff to do on the engine. Turn the propane tank off. I have covers for the vents that I made out of styrofoam, and I labeled them all last year so I can put them in place. Not have to cut new ones, which make it easy. I was going to mention something else, but I haven't got a clue what it was now. I'm having a real problem with that lately. The what I call the SFB, shit for brains. Having dinner with my damn friends last night, the Datsun Auto Club. It was a good time. You know, you could talk for hours and hours, but you know, because we were at a restaurant for a change, the restaurant closes and the staff wants to go home. But we got there and had a good visit, and one of the guys, he's got a 710 wagon, and we were discussing what to do. He wants to lower the car a bit, but alter the ride height a bit, but slightly change the spring rate, make it a little bit stiffer. And on the back he's got leaf springs, so we were discussing, you know, whether you take a spring out or you know, all the pros and cons of taking a spring out or flipping one spring over or